A true friend is the one who stays close when the rest of the world pulls away. Being present in tough times shows a friend's true character. True friends don't need to fix your problems, they just need to be there. Now, this explains the report we are getting at this time because it is alleged that Dr. Eêlìzãbêth Jjàckrich, has turned up for Queen Naomi as she condoles or consoles the families, as she helped to console, you know, the families of the victims. And she's doing this, or she has done this with prayers and supplication. She's also doing this in solidarity with our own dear Queen Naomi. Okay, recall that this is not the first time this beautiful woman has been there for Queen Naomi. She has always been there all through the time Queen Naomi was in the palace, you know, up to when the challenge between her and the husband started. She has been that one person together with Diola who have always been there. And at a time like this, when Queen Naomi is at, a, I mean, that is that she's so devastated. She's in a very lowest of low ebb. This is when her friendship, with people should really count the most. I always tell people that if you want to know the kind of friends you have, sometimes pretend that one kind of adversity has hit you. That is when you see a lot of people you thought were there for you. That is when their true colors will begin to show because a lot of them, what they are known to do is to desert you completely. So it's a beautiful news coming out at this time that look, one person who has come out, if this story is true, if this story is true that Dr. Eêlìzãbêth Jjàckrich, has, gone to show solidarity with Queen Naomi. If this story is true, then this is one of the most beautiful news that I'm hearing since this stampede thing happened. Okay, so they said she arrived, with her friends, showing solidarity, trying to sympathize, trying to show empathy, and trying to just tell Queen Naomi to stay strong. The report also said she used the opportunity to stop over at the government house, had some conversations, and also used the opportunity to sympathize with the people of Oyo State, just praying, and doing supplications, for people, the children who have unfortunately died in the process. So, like I said, this is one of the beautiful news that I've heard. And meanwhile, several governors also, as well as well meaning people, have been sending in messages of encouragement and solidarity with our own dear Queen Naomi. Okay? Queen Naomi, the government, and the people of Oyo State, and the families of the victim. A lot of people have been doing this. The governor of Osun State, Governor Adeleke, our always happy, bubbling governor, has reached out to his counterparts, saying that in this difficult time, I assure Governor Makinde of my solidarity and support in navigating through this unfortunate incident, and I also pray to Almighty God to grant those with injuries quick and safe recovery, he was quoted as saying. While praying for the repose of the souls of the departed, Governor Adeleke emphasized the need for solidarity, to overcome the challenging situation and task event planners to always prioritize safety. Okay, I'm sure what he's saying will resonate with a lot of us. I agree that Queen Naomi made provision for 5,000 people, and inadvertently, the crowd, increased. And the crowd, what we saw was thousands and thousands of people who now overwhelmed the security that was put in place. So very sad. But what the governor is saying is that going forward, maybe a more elaborate security plan, or contingency should be done, to forestall a situation like this from repeating itself. Yes, he's making a point there, and I think we all, not just Queen Naomi, not just the organizers, we all have learned one or two things from that. But don't forget that even this crisis, this stampede, this this disaster wasn't caused by the people who came in. What we gathered was that when the people who came in was up to like 5,090, they announced that that is all they're taking. That is all they're taking in, and they now lock the gate. What now? The immediate cause of this stampede was something that was unexpected, and it happened just with very fast. They locked the gate, and they said they have gotten 5,090, and that was all. It was the moment that gate was locked that people started, I mean, scaling the fences. There were videos of, even according to the report, of parents who were, I mean, I mean, helping their kids to scale the fences. A lot of them, and eventually, both mothers who had babies strapped to their back, they were scaling fences. Before you know what was happening, the surging crowd, overwhelmed the security that was said to have put in place. It's something that was not expected. Nobody knew it was going to be like this. But this is also a testament to the fact that there's big hunger in the land, heavy hunger in the land. So that could have caused the reason why a lot of parents, they said, according to the report, parents who had 2 or 3, 4, 5 kids, they all wanted all their kids to go in there, because in their thinking, if I have 5 kids and they go in there, 5,000 into 5, that's 25K. It is greed, nothing more. It is greed, excessive greed, that made these parents to be, scale their, help their kids to scale the fences, and even some parents scale the fences with their kids. So it is this greed that, I mean, that caused the immediate uh, 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 overpowering of the security that was already on ground. It was this greed, that, caused the stampede. And eventually, this is where we are. Very, very unfortunate. Okay, you know. Again, the wife of our dear president, President Bola Tinubu, has also, reached out to the people of Oyo State. In her words, she said, "I sympathize with the family, friends, and loved ones of the deceased. I also pray for speedy recovery and total healing for those who are still in the hospital. May the Lord grant peace to all your state, comfort to the families who have lost their loved ones, and hope for those grieving at this time. My heartfelt condolences to all those affected by this devastating incident." I want to thank the president's wife, our dear mother of the nation, for also standing with the Oyo State people at this time and showing solidarity to everyone, including our own dear Queen Naomi. Okay, so as you all know, this is not good time at all, for Queen Naomi, because she's going through a lot. Imagine people, because a lot of things have been reported in the social media. Imagine people are even asking where she got the money for the event. I, I I mean, this is when I saw this, I felt like crying. Do you know, if they had gone ahead with the program, 5,000 of the children will have gotten 5,000 naira, and that will come down to like 25 million. This is just outside the food, because we had bags and bags of rice were already being cooked. Don't forget that this stampede happened very early on. So all the things they bought, the trailer load of children items that are loaded in the warehouse, everything gone down the drain because of this unfortunate tragedy. But it's sad that people are now coming to ask questions like this: that where did she get the money from? Very sad. Some are even asking why she brought the event to Ibadan. How can you be asking why did Queen Naomi bring this program to Ibadan? Like we have reported in the past, this program goes from one location to the other. And at the time this announcement was made, the people of Ibadan were jubilating. So is it now because things, have gone wrong, that people are now blaming him? These were the same people who were thanking Queen Naomi for choosing Ibadan. What a life! What a life indeed. I agree that maybe the security could have been better, but greed, of the highest order from some of the parents also have contributed to the stampede, like I said before, because some of the parents were able to train their children over the fence. Was this also caused by Queen Naomi or Oriyomi, of Agrigo FM? It is pure greed, and we need to call it what it is. Okay? Gate was closed after they achieved 5,090, like I said, but they did this so as to be able to cater for the crowd, because the security they had will have been able to curtail these numbers. But it was reported that the hoodlums, unleashed mayhem, beating, stealing, and destroying everything in sight, excuse me. And that was what caused the stampede that eventually led to this unfortunate incident that we are now reporting about. It's a shame that we are where we are, something that somebody sat down to plan to help people, vulnerable children, at a time that others are happy to bring smiles to their faces. This is what we are now getting. Okay? But it's one of those things. But I want to assure everyone that, look, the God of Queen Naomi, who has always been there for her, will see her through this. And I want to use this opportunity to also once again thank Dr. Eêlìzãbêth Jjàckrich. If this report we got that she has visited to show solidarity to Queen Naomi and the people of Oyo State, I want to say God bless you, ma. God bless you, really good. Okay, so this is the story that is coming out, and that is why I say it is when you are faced with adversity, that is why you will know your true friend. So if this story is true, like I said, then Dr. Jjàckrich, you are a beautiful soul. God bless you once again. I'll be back soon. Bye bye.